All right, so I went to the store and I was looking around the wine aisle. My wife's had a bad day. I wanted to get her something nice to try. And you know what? I found this nice little Frico Rosso from Italy. So let's get your Frico on. Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I found a nice little Rosso from Italy. So I'm wearing a pink shirt. I know Rosso means red, but I don't have a clean red shirt. So I just went with what I had, sorry. All right, so like I said, this is the 2014 Frico Rosso. It's an IGT Rosso from Tuscany, which is essentially Chianti. It says it's a cuvee of Frico Rosso from the Tuscan hills of Chianti. A cuvee is a fancy word for it's a blend of stuff. In short, I can go more in depth, but it's a blend of stuff. It is 30% alcohol by volume, and I paid $7.50 for it. So I'll just round up to $8 at my local grocery store, HEB. All right, so before I get into the sample, I've already poured my wife a healthy sized glass of this because she's had a rough day. And I poured myself a not bad glass either, but IGT is one of the classifications coming out of Italy. So at the very top, there's DOCG, then there's DOC, and then there's IGT. And then there's another one underneath that, but you'll probably never see it in America, so I'm not really even gonna go into it. As it is, I rarely ever see an IGT, especially at my local grocery store. I'm not going to try to pronounce them because I always butcher them. But what I'll do is I will put them in the description below in case you're interested to know what the names are and to understand a little bit about Italian wine laws. So essentially, IGT is the second lowest classification that you're gonna have, and I mean, that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that they didn't necessarily follow the laws in the area, and according to most of what people tell me, laws are just mostly suggestions for Italians anyway, so they're okay with producing an IGT, and sometimes the IGTs actually go for really expensive prices because they're actually really good. They just made them their way and not the way that the law tells them that they have to make it within that region. In short, quick summary. All right, so from a color standpoint, I realized I've already screwed this up because I over poured the sample because I forgot I was gonna come up here and review the wine. Maybe my wife isn't the only one having a bad day. I just poured myself a big glass because I was planning on drinking this. So I can't really tip it to tell you what the color is. If I had to guess, just based off the color, from what I can see, I'm gonna say it's a medium ruby. That's what I'm gonna say. From the nose standpoint, I am getting something that would indicate a little bit of aging though. I'm getting like these cinnamon notes. A little bit of like leather, but a light leather. Getting a lot of red cherry. Hint of raspberry. Maybe a touch of cranberry. A lot of red fruit in this. A lot of red berry fruit in this. But honestly, predominant thing for me is that cinnamon and that sort of leathery note. But it's not like old leather like you would get from, I would say like a Tempranillo, like a Grand Reserva or something like that. What I'm getting here is just like a little bit of leather, like when you're tying leather shoelaces and kind of whiffs up at you just for a second and then it's gone. That's what I'm getting, not like I'm sitting smelling an old wet saddle from the hill country. Not that kind of leather. Those were very specific. All right, so from the taste. Ooh. That cherry is a little bit sour. I'm gonna say tannins medium. I can still feel them there. They're not really soft, but they're not abrasive either. So medium tannins. I'm gonna say the tannins are medium. Getting a little bit of those notes, but it's not soft. It's not like really harsh on the tongue or in the mouth. So medium tannins. I'm gonna give it a high acid because just, man, saliva all over the place here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say the dominant fruit flavor that you're gonna get is a sour red cherry. I got a little bit of what felt like raspberry in the finish, just a little bit. But one thing I really do like about this is that cinnamon is all the way throughout. I'm getting it just in the initial, I'm just getting it up front, I'm getting it in the mid palate, I'm getting it in the finish, I'm getting it everywhere. That cinnamon carried out. It did mellow off by the finish, so I'm not just getting like a cinnamon wine type effect, but that is nice. The leather, I will say, was a little bit disappointing. I only got it in the mid palate just for a tiny bit and it was gone. But once again, it wasn't a dominant aroma on the nose anyway, so beggars can't be choosers. All right, so from a rating standpoint, Frico Rosso 2014 IGT Rosso Toscano with a pig. I'm gonna give you a good. I like it. I like the fact that you're light. I like the fact that you actually have a reasonable amount of complexity. Well, actually, let me think about this. Hold on. Balance? I'd say it has good balance. It didn't really get too much alcohol. Yeah, I'll say, so balance is good. Length, I had about short finish. Short to medium. Yeah, so not really much on the length there. Intensity, not really much on the intensity. Complexity, yeah, I'm gonna have more complexity. I'm gonna give you good. Yeah, I'm gonna give you good. So you're gonna get good, and that is going to be my stance for a $7-ish, $8-ish bottle of wine from Italy that doesn't have a DO on it. So that's bad, not bad at all. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Frico Rosso? I'd be interested to know if you had. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime. In the meantime, well, now I'm gonna actually go downstairs and drink this, and hopefully I'm right about the color. I'll see you guys later. It's good.